This is the Caribbean edition. So today, as always, we have a team at Flourishing Capital.
Yeah.
And we have...
All right.
We never stop. That's it. We're always working. So before we begin, we're going to go real quick into the disclaimer, as always, and then we'll be right back. Hang in there. If I can get it.
Oh boy.
Boom.
Okay.
All right. We have Jason with video effects. It's actually widening your face, Jason.
Oh boy.
There you go. And no sound.
Caribbean edition. Yep.
The Caribbean, yeah, the silent movie edition.
I think bugs are totally normal in crypto.
Yeah, there you go. Exactly. And, you know, we just decided to dispense with our host in general. So I'll go ahead and jump on in. Hey, everybody. Welcome, community. We're so glad to be with you on this Caribbean / silent movie edition / Cryptomeda edition. So most of you guys, you have, you saw the announcement, right? And actually, we had a lot of guesses as to who it would be, right, on today's show. And nobody got it, actually. So it is my pleasure to introduce to you the one of the two founders, if I understand that correctly, Martin.
One of three founders.
One of three founders, excuse me, Martin at Cryptomeda. Martin, welcome. So glad to have you with us.
Thank you very much.
And we are so excited to have you on board with upLink. So why don't you tell us a little bit about yourselves, and what we'll do is we'll just kind of share with the community a little sneak peek at Cryptomeda and maybe another project. Maybe you're working on two things, not one, right?
Okay, so I start with the introduction.
That'd be great.
So I was studying informatics and economics, and I was a gamer all my life, basically. So this is a good background for starting NFT project.
Yes.
And also I was I jumped into the crypto space since 2016 or 17. I'm not really sure.
Early.
Yeah. So I was. The thing is that I was amazed by the technology and everything in crypto. So I started to learn everything I could. So I had a lot of free time, so I could use my time for crypto, and I really liked it. And in awesome. 2020, I had an idea to create a Cryptomeda with my two co-founders. One of them is a great developer, and the second one is a great artist and designer. So we had everything we could have for a NFT gaming platform. Actually, it was just NFT collectibles at the start.
Sure.
We created very nice NFT Heroes and staking platform. Basically, that was it. All we have in our white paper, and then we started to add there more things because it's very good when NFTs have real usability and not just the collectibles. So we were gamers all our lives, basically since our childhood. So we have a lot of ideas for games, and this is something we wanted to do. With Cryptomeda, the dreams come in real life, I guess. So we really like what we are doing at the moment.
And, you know, community, what do we always tell you, right? Look for projects that have a solid team, solid engineering fundamentals, solid understanding of gaming, solid understanding of game mechanics, solid understanding of how to make something fun, right? Everything we bring onto upLink kind of follows that pattern, and Cryptomeda is certainly well within that pattern. And you've seen it with others. You'll see it here as well. So we've been kind of holding out on the community a little bit. We haven't shown them anything yet. I was thinking maybe we could start to do that. So Martin, if you want to just give us a very quick blurb on what we're going to share with the community right now, and then we'll just jump into video and show them the wonderful stuff that you've put together.
Okay, so should I start with showing the game we have already launched?
Up to you. We can start with either way.
Share the screen or the video.
Yeah, maybe it would be the best to share the video, and then I show the gameplay.
Perfect. And then we are going with Cryptomeda or the other one. Which one do you want to start with?
Here. Let me. What do you want to hear?
But pardon?
To the first one.
Okay, so let's start with the game, and then I explain everything what's going on with Cryptomeda. Okay.
Sure.
So show the video, please.
All right. And I'm going to show the one with the valley. Okay, Martin.
Yes, the second one I sent you.
The other one, the one with the intro.
Yes.
Eric, you're the host. Let's do it. Do it the right
I know,
way.
I'm a terrible host. I'm telling you.
It's not the canyon one. The other one. Yeah.
I'm really not good at this. Oh no.
Click the button.
Here we go,
You can do
guys.
it.
Awesome. Wow. I
Cool.
love
Right.
Metroidvania and side scrollers and all that sort of stuff, man. So
I love that. It's like
I
a
love it.
full-fledged like arcade type game. Yeah, I love like it's
Maybe-
actually a real game like that.
Yeah, maybe I should explain a little bit more about MetaShooter. Actually, it's our side project, a side game, because our main game, Metaverse, is developing for almost 1 year already, and our community wanted to use NFTs. So we started to work on this game. So it will be like a very simple game, as simple as possible, and so we can use NFTs as fast as possible. But then our community started to help us with balancing, with ideas, with everything. So we created a much better game, and actually new updates are coming very soon. So, for example, implementation of our tech token is still not there. So it will be there in, I think, in the next release, maybe next Thursday or Friday. So it will be very soon. And also
Awesome.
another balances and implementation. So I'm pretty excited about this stuff. And this is kind of the game I was playing when I was like 6 or 7 years old. So I really like it.
Same
Yeah,
here.
it definitely has that
Same here.
classic vibe of like kind of the, you know, like these old style games. Like I can't remember the names, some of them. All the fight go right ones, right? But with the shooters, like a little bit Mega Man qualities to it. Yeah.
Double Dragon. I'm dating myself. That's super old.
Yeah, I don't know if actually those games, but there were many similar games in the past.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe could I share the screen and show the game itself?
Absolutely. You have a little share screen button on the bottom. We'd
On the
love to take a
bottom.
look.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, so here is our website. I jump here. Okay, so basically the game can be. Can you see my screen?
Yes, we
Yeah.
certainly can. Everybody
Oh,
can.
perfect.
Made with Unity.
So,
And
yeah.
then tap on. Yeah. Okay. Excellent.
So basically, here are my NFTs I have in my wallet address. The game can be playable without NFTs, but it's much more fun to use NFTs. I have Elon. Actually, those NFT heroes are like iconic characters from the crypto space. For example, here's Solana, or I like this one, Master CZ. It's one of my favorites. It's CZ from Binance. So I equip him, and also I have here some weapons. I like this one, and here is my ability, and also I have ability from staking, so I can explain it later. But this is the game. I'm also farming, so I have another perk, and I can play. I think it's better to play without the sound, so you can hear me. And I'm collecting these coins, these tech points we call it. And when I have 5, I can get another perk. So now I can choose. For example, I like this one, panic attack. It's also randomized.
All right.
I will be shooting much more faster.
Okay.
And I can equip weapons from the ground, but also I have equipped a weapon. For example, now I equipped a weapon. I have my NFT, so I don't need to take it from the ground. And
cool.
Now I can use shield. So I'm basically invincible for a few seconds. And there's also another ability, so I can kill them much more faster. So basically, it's a very simple game. I can solve time. So their bullets will go slowly, basically. This is another perk for a few seconds. And these perks will be viable through tech. So we are going to have loot boxes in our marketplace, and you will be able to buy these perks for 24 hours. There will be also a randomizer. We like to play actually with the randomizer. We use Chainlink for VRF. So we can use it for different stuff. So yeah, this is the game, but keep in mind that it's just one of the first versions, and it will be upgraded in the future. But I like it, and the community likes it as well. So we'll see how it goes. Maybe it will be a much better game in a few months.
And how much player growth have you seen so far in the little side game here?
Yeah, we had 1,300 when we started, when we launched the game, but then bear market came, and now we have much less players. I think around 300 or so. So I hope we can find another new players who will be interested in the game. And we are doing tournaments every 2 weeks. So we release 50 NFTs every 2 weeks, basically, for the best players in the leaderboard.
Awesome.
So basically, the more points you have, the better NFT you can win. And also, the final stream is on Discord. So you need to play. You need to play live if you want to earn the best NFTs. So our admins will check if you are doing everything right, because there might be. It's basically not possible to cheat, but in case there will be some cheater, we can find it on the stream, and it's much better to. It's much better for the community if they can stream live. We have a good success with this idea. Okay, so this is the game. I could continue for a long time because I was playing it many times, but for the stream, I give up.
All good.
And UI will be much better. We have also prepared a better UI. So this is something also which will be updated. And here is the leaderboard. And
I was just about to ask, like, who's the high scorer? And there you go. So you can actually see that. And
this
it's
guy,
right on,
this is the best player in our community. He's playing for many hours a day, and he also won a few Revolution cards, which is the first place prize. So it's very valuable because it also gives you airdrops, daily airdrops in tech tokens, and also it has better attributes. So it's good to have this Revolution card, and he won, I don't know, 3 or 4 of them. He's crazy. But other players are also good in top 10. I can't manage to get into top 10 anymore. And for the time I was playing, I on the 55th place. So, and I was playing, I don't know how many, 7 or 8 minutes. I don't know.
You know, for anybody in our community that hasn't been in this world of metaverse and game development, and Will knows what I'm talking about, you get to the point where you've developed the game and you're pretty good at it, and then all of a sudden you release it out in the wild, and then other people start to do way better at your game than you, right?
Yeah,
and then
exactly.
you realize, like, oh, I finally arrived. I now have a community that can completely beat me at my own game. Right. Yeah. And strangely, you're kind of proud of that, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah. This like parental moment, right? I remember the first time that happened to me. It was like 2008.
Yeah.
This game beat me up that I wrote at that time. And it just went viral. And all these people were, you know, they were so much better than me. I'm like, dude, I made this game. And these people, you know, they're
just killing me at my own game.
Yeah, and they were posting all these YouTube videos of how they got this high score and stuff, and I was like learning from it. I'm like, wow, I never thought somebody could do that in the game.
Yeah, I was very good in playing Mortal Kombat 2. I couldn't find as good player as myself, and I was also very good in StarCraft, a very old game, and I was one of the best in Slovakia. So I was always trying to find players that are like better than me, so I can compete.
Yeah.
So this is all about. So we are creating games that other can compete with the community. So we can have fun.
StarCraft is a really fun game. I sank a lot of hours into that when it came out. I remember.
Mortal Kombat as well, and Street Fighter as well. Remember in Street Fighter, that guy who would extend his arms, like he would be over here and he would just like extend all the way through.
Yeah,
I just sit there and just spam that. Like I was a terrible player, but I kept winning on that stupid strategy. Dawson, I think was his name. It's like a meme. Anyway,
Dawson, the yogi guy.
Yeah, the yogi.
Would blow fire out, right? Yogi flame. And you see the fire out of his mouth. Remember that?
My favorite
who was your favorite
guy?
Who was your favorite civilization to play with
go ahead,
in StarCraft? Oh, sorry, bud. It's a little bit of a delay. StarCraft. So who was your favorite to play with? The Protoss, the Zerg, the humans?
StarCraft 1, I was playing for Protoss, but then when StarCraft 2 released, I was playing for Zerg.
Yeah. Will?
I was always a Protoss guy. My brother was heavy into Zerg, so it was just... But sometimes I played Terrans, every once in a while.
I was always a Protoss guy myself.
We can join and play some StarCraft when we have some time.
We're going to have to join a stream. We're going to have to do a special Flourishing live stream. And we're going to have to play that out a little bit. You know what I mean? But, we should actually play your games as well, right? I mean, it's not just StarCraft.
Yeah.
We should kind of mix it up a little bit. So in your segment, you have an order group, right? And then a chaos group, if I remember from the video, right? A blue one and a red one. So who do you prefer to play with, or are they just equal factions?
I'm the red one,
right?
I'm the guy with the chaos.
So you like chaos and you like Zerg. I'm starting to get the personality here, Martin. I love it.
And you? Do you like order and discipline?
I don't actually know enough yet about the game. Do I get any special advantage to be in order versus chaos, or are they just two teams? I guess is the question.
Okay, this is the question for my co-founder, working on it more than myself. I was
Okay.
more into meta shooter. But yeah, there will be differences for sure.
Okay.
But I think it will be fun for playing for both sides.
Definitely.
Okay, so now maybe I can say something more about Cryptomeda, maybe show our
Please.
website. And then we can show the trailer for Metaverse. Actually, it's released today, so
Awesome.
you will be one of the first seeing the trailer. Okay, so maybe I can share the screen and show it on our website.
You got it.
Okay, website will be also updated because of the Metaverse launch. Here is trial. Here is a showcase of our project, but I'm not sure. Is it possible to show it? Because this video explained our project like much better than myself.
You should be able to. I'm not sure if it will pick up sound on the stream, Martin, is the only problem. I do have the trailer video that I can stream directly if you, I don't
Okay,
know
no
if it's the
worries.
same.
I can
Try
explain.
it and see if it's playing the sound. If it doesn't play the sound,
Okay.
I'll switch it up.
Yeah, exactly. Let's give it a go.
Introducing Cryptomeda, a complete NFT-based ecosystem providing you with the
That dude looks
good?
like Batman.
most remarkable events and characters in crypto history. Fueled by our unique tech token, the Cryptomeda ecosystem offers an NFT marketplace for you to buy, sell, trade, and potentially combine your cards to upgrade them. A staking system featuring strong yields that can be boosted by NFTs with unique attributes, NFT rewards, and quests to enhance your returns. And the Meta Wars mobile game, which maximizes our tech token utility and our outstanding deflationary collectible NFT cards, which enable profound scarcity for collectors, traders, and speculators alike. So there you have it. Play games, trade, earn, and collect pieces of crypto history with Cryptomeda. Go to cryptometa.tech to learn more about how Cryptomeda is bringing forth a new NFT meta.
I love the art style. Absolutely love it.
Thank you very much. Yeah, he's our co-founder. He drew everything, all the heroes, almost all heroes. He's very skilled in this stuff.
Yeah, I like Commander. He looks like Batman in an iron suit. Like a Batman Iron Man. I love it. I love it.
Actually, every character symbolizes something from crypto, and Commander symbolizes Bitcoin because he's the leader.
Okay.
He's in the style of it's Captain America.
Yeah.
And also Shield. There is a Shield representing Lightning Network. Maybe it would be better if I show him here. This is the art.
So I'm wondering who Zombie Chad is. If everybody's a coin, like who's the zombie coin?
It's. Do you remember DeFi chat from the summer of 2020? It was a famous meme. So we took this idea, DeFi chat, and transformed into zombie chat. So basically, this is the idea.
Nice.
Holding treasure and still watching the mobile, checking the prices.
And who's the character behind the tech token? Then obviously, that's the obvious question, right?
The main one, you mean?
The commander or no?
Behind the we have like this guy. It's called Meta Hero.
Oh, okay.
So this is our like cross game character that will be implemented in game Galaxy Fight Club in the coming weeks. And actually, cross game feature is one of our main features. So these NFTs will be usable not only in our games we are working on, but also in games outside the Cryptomeda ecosystem. And normally we create cross game NFTs. For example, Krog is representing CryptoBlades. Ash is a YouTuber
Okay.
On sorry, not the YouTuber, on Twitter, influencer. Polytron representing Polygon Studios, and Warpath is Age of Tanks. So we are creating all these connections with other projects in crypto. And Meta Hero is a character made by us, and it will be implemented only in our games and also in Galaxy Fight Club. And we will be looking for more integrations like this. For example, all heroes are already implemented in the game Evolution Land, so you can play PvP battles there. Yeah.
And if you ever wanted to create like an NPC that can sell the tech token, maybe you can call him uplinker or something. I don't know.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm just making it up on the fly.
Yeah, we can do something like that, for sure.
That's awesome. Now, Martin, did you want to show a Cryptomeda trailer now?
1 second, maybe I would like to show our basic idea that we have our own marketplace. We could use OpenSea or other free marketplaces, but we wanted to do it right, and we are here long term, so we created our own marketplace and our staking platform. So basically the idea here is that you stake or farm the tech token, you get yield as usual, but also we do weekly lotteries, and every Monday we release 20 NFT heroes for each pool. So for farming we use Master CZ currently. Farming Eat Tech, this pair. For staking, we release Meta Heroes, and this is actually new farming pool, USDC Tech, and there is this guy, Sam. Do you know who is this guy in real life?
Sam.
Yeah.
Not
Sam,
really.
Sam
are you trying to share? Are you trying to share your screen with us?
I'm not presenting.
No.
Oh my God, I'm sorry. I thought
That's all right.
presenting.
Normally, we would have Jason kind of MC a lot of this stuff, guys. So community, but as you can tell, he's overseas, right? So I'm trying to do it, which is why you have screens moving all over the place, because I'm terrible at this. So anyway, there you go. Go ahead.
I'm sorry,
we can see
I was
now.
showing these pools. We have these free pools currently. So for staking, you can earn Meta Hero every week. Basically, you can win it in the lottery. We are creating lotteries through Chainlink, as I mentioned before. Master CZ is in farming, and this guy is Sam Bankman.
Awesome. You seen a toilet? What is that? Is that a chair?
He's sitting in a ship.
He's surrounded by charts. That's awesome.
Yeah,
I love it.
Kind of looks like Will, surrounded by charts.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe we can create for you as well some kind of hero.
Love it.
Thank you.
So as long as you stake the token, you have access to the hero, Martin? Is that how it works, or does it work differently?
Yeah, basically, the more you stake, the higher chance to win NFTs.
Okay.
So, for example, here is a share of the pool. I'm staking some amount. I'm farming actually here. So I can earn this guy on a Monday basis. But if I win, the next Monday I'm not going to win. So I'm excluded from the lottery basically. So because on this account I'm almost a whale. I'm farming a lot on my personal account because I want some and also each pool gives you some gaming benefits. So, for example, when you are staking, you get a shield, as I showed in the game. For farming, you get additional perk. And this farming pool will have a new ability that will be implemented in the next update or the second update. I'm not sure. I need to check with devs. But the idea is that you will have gaming benefits, not only Meta Shooter, but also in Metaverse. You will have another quests, for example, or you can earn more rewards while playing the game.
Cool. And I see down there that you also get an APR that's paid out in tech, right?
Yes, exactly.
So you get
So
go
this
ahead.
is current APR, and for farming, it is for staking. In this pool, we don't give tech tokens because we are trying to
Right.
lower inflation currently when it's bear market. But in the bull market, we will release more tech tokens for sure.
Right, absolutely. And then you see that get token community for everybody who's looking at this going, oh, I want to try this out, maybe with my friends, maybe with my kids, and maybe with my significant other, playing some, spending some significant gaming time. You'll see your buy tech and then get token right at the top. So that's where upLink starts to come in, make it real easy to get in and really grow that community. So that's the idea.
Yes, exactly. Actually,
Yeah.
I really love your tech, your ideas, what you are doing, because for non-crypto users, especially for them, it's very hard to buy the token. I
Right.
remember I had two friends sitting in my apartment trying to buy tech, and it took I think
Oh,
2
no.
hours.
Wait, what?
Yeah, because they had no crypto at all, and they needed to join Binance, and the other one was joining, I think, Crypto.com, or I don't know, some other exchange, and then they needed to buy Ethereum, swap
Yeah.
it to Polygon network, or
Yeah.
bridge it to Polygon network, and then buy tech token. And this process took really like 2 hours. And now when it's implemented, your uplink integration, so you can buy it in a couple of minutes, so it's perfect.
Yeah.
That actually reminds me, we are working on a feature that when you buy a token on uplink, it will automatically include like a little bit of BNB or whatever you need to process gas fees, things like this. It's like it'll be like a little checkbox. You can check this. Like, oh, give me something so I can actually like do stuff with these tokens. If they're sent to a pristine wallet.
Mhm.
You just reminded me about your friend who had to then buy the Ethereum, put it on his wallet so he could swap, right? Yeah.
Yeah. At first, they were really excited about jumping into the crypto space, but then when they realized it's so hard for them,
2 hours later.
Yeah,
like,
they were very pissed.
Yeah.
I remember what it was like to be a noob, and it wasn't that long ago. I mean, you guys both of you have been in crypto longer than I have. When I first jumped in, and it was Will who got me into crypto. I remember Will, like it was just frustrating, and at some point I just threw up my arms and said, "Will, can you just send me crypto? I don't know what to do."
I
And we
remember
have
that.
come
Yeah,
such a long
I
way.
literally had to just
It's
send
such
him
a-
crypto. I'm like, here, like I just need you to get started.
Just stop spinning your wheels. It's frustrating. And the thing is that even where the exchanges make it easy, Coinbase, Binance, and all that sort of stuff, I've actually had friends and relatives. I've sat them in front of Coinbase and Binance. I'm like, here, just figure it out. I'm not going to give you any info. And it's funny, like they stumble, right? And then I give them same people uplink DeFi, and they're up in 2 minutes, and it's like, thank goodness, like yes, and that's really the goal. Really, is not to leave players and frankly, involvement on the table, leave them out just because of that sort of stuff. So I'm really, really excited to be working with you and your team, Martin.
Yeah, me too.
Like I said, we're always looking for like super high quality games, and boy, does this qualify. So.
The economics of this are really thought out.
Yeah,
I can say
they really are. Like it's you get to stake and farm, and you get to earn these characters. You have a chance to win these characters, if I understand correctly, Martin. Okay, got it.
And you can also buy it from the marketplace, of course.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
How is your farming system? Like, what is it going through to actually do the staking and farming? Like, what's on the back end of it? I'm curious. Is that your own internal system, or are you working with one of the dexes that exist today? Or
We have created our own smart contract for staking and for farming, and also it's connected to our backend, so it's working together. But
cool.
smart contract is on blockchain. Yeah.
Excellent. So, that's great.
Actually, our co-founder, he's a master in smart contracts. He created, I think, almost all our smart contracts we have. I think it's around 10 or maybe 12. I'm not sure. And creating more smart contracts. For example, today we released a new smart contract for sales. So we have much better features for buying NFTs. Yeah, so I'm pretty excited about this stuff.
Yeah, smart contracts, like when you know how to work with them, are very, very powerful.
Yeah.
It's awesome stuff.
Okay, so maybe it's time to share the Metaverse trailer. Actually, our community just got the trailer a few minutes ago, so maybe you are the next.
Perfect. All right. So community, it's really excited. We saw this trailer this week or earlier this week, and we were just pumped. We were like, wow, this is really cool. It kind of has a little bit of retro, a little bit of a sort of a cartoon feel. It's awesome. Like, we really loved it. So the Cryptomeda community saw it. Now you get to see it. So you get early access. Here it goes. Wrong one. Let me try it. Here we go.
Take up arms in a distant galaxy, torn by unending conflict. One side order, the other side rebellion. Choose your faction. The Goliath Nation. Order. Discipline. Community. The Renegade Nation. Strength. Rebellion. Individuality. Conquer strategic regions, get valuable resources, and help your faction win. Fight in a unique turn-based strategy combat system. Use your NFT heroes to help you in combat. Craft deadly melee and ranged NFT weapons. And use special abilities. Upgrade your NFT weapons and get powerful boosts. Trade your NFTs on the Cryptomeda marketplace with other players. Join Meta Wars tournaments. Fight against other players. Take your chance and earn rewards. Coming soon.
Awesome.
Okay, so maybe I should explain a little bit.
That'd be awesome. Go up, please do.
So you saw there a map. There are two factions conquering the map, and the better faction, or the faction with more conquered territories, will earn like monthly rewards, like much more rewards than the other faction, than losing faction. So therefore, there is a motivation for each faction to fight against the other one and earn more rewards. Basically, this is the idea. And fight will be through PvE gameplay. So you will be fighting against basically UI, and you will earning in-game currency called Metagas through these battles, combat battles. And you can use it for like actually any activity in Metaverse, anything you can think of, like upgrading, crafting, like disenchanting, anything can be done through Metagas. And also you are earning resources. So you can craft weapons through these resources, and also you can create structures on your lands, but it will be in the later stage of the game. But the first stage will be you just saw. So it will be just a combat battle and conquering the map. There will be also a leaderboard and quests. And then the next stage of the game will be PvP tournaments. So it will be additional way of earning by playing the game. And then we will launch Empire Mode, which will be utilization of our NFT lands. So you can basically create your empire and fight against others, or you can help to others with the economy. You can stake NFTs. There will be like plenty of things you can do. So basically, this is Metaverse.
That's pretty awesome. So you'll have a land component as well, right? Where you can set up, and I'm reading into this, so please correct me if I'm wrong, but you can set up a base, and that actually provides for additional power-ups and additional boosts for your faction, right?
Yeah.
And when you say faction, are you talking about little guilds, or are you talking about faction 1 versus faction 2? Like how does the competitive system work?
Yeah, there will be a fight against factions, but also against individuals. against others. So there will be different ways of playing. But yeah, you basically create your base. You will be mining resources, and you can create clans. So you can get stronger with your friends, and you can do raids against bosses, for example. Bosses will be very hard to beat, so therefore you will need to create a clan. And there will be plenty of ways how to earn. For example, only a revolution card can create a clan, so therefore it will be very valuable. Not just because of attributes and airdrops, but also because of clans. So you will be getting daily fees or weekly fees for these clans. Yeah, so I'm pretty excited about the game. We'll see how it goes.
Awesome. Well, I'm joining your faction because you're guaranteed to have a cool base, right? So
Align yourself with the winners.
I'm going to completely smoke the competition just riding on Martin's coattails, right? So
yeah, so we can create some clan and fight against others.
let's do it. All right. So we'll bring the community on. Perfect. All right. Fantastic. Yeah. Well, I love the trailer. Love what you've done with it.
Thank you.
So the announcement was today. So maybe I missed it. So if you could clear it up for me, Martin, when can I actually go on and start to participate in the guild wars in all of that on Cryptomeda? I mean, is it ready now? Is it coming soon? Just
okay. Guilds will be in the Empire mode, which is the third stage of the game.
Okay.
So it will be in the coming, I guess, weeks or months. I'm not really sure about this. I need to check with devs. But the first mode will be live in the coming weeks. We are talking with our partners and investors what is the best way during this bear market, because we don't want to mess with the launch. So it will be very important to have a proper marketing strategy and to launch at the best possible way and time. So, but it's basically the game is almost ready. We are going to do some additional balances with the community, and we can launch it very soon. And then after that, when it's launched and balanced, we will launch the PvP tournaments and then the Empire mode.
Awesome. Well, looking forward to the PvP tournaments. Any parting thoughts, any closing thoughts around, who you built Cryptomeda for, why you're excited about it? I mean, give us kind of your sort of your closing thoughts, if you will, Martin.
So basically, we are doing this for the community. We want to build a huge community because I think there is not as much fun in the world as it was in the past. So we want to bring it back. So we want to have fun. Our games are meant to be fun, and rewards are on top of it. So it's not play to earn, but play and earn. And basically we want to do very good gaming platform. We want to release more games in the future. More utilization for our NFTs, and we will be releasing more NFT heroes and weapons in the future. So, and also when we are done with the Metaverse, we want to create something called Metaverse. It will be a VR version of our fantasy world. So we have different ideas what we can do with Cryptomeda. I think it will be fun in the coming months.
Fantastic.
That's a big endeavor to build a VR world metaverse for it. Yeah.
I really like VR. I bought my Oculus and I really like it. And I already have ideas for VR games and VR applications, and we can everything connect with Cryptomeda. But it takes time. We need to finish what we have started first, and then switch to the other technology.
What would be really, really fun, I think, is to play your different characters. All of us have, our either Oculus or PSVR, whatever platform you choose, right? And you get on there, right? Let's say the three of us are playing. We have different characters within the Cryptomeda space. And then what would be cool is to have talking about StarCraft before, like almost like I'm going to use the term Zerg rush, right? You have an army of enemies, right? And we can just kind of mow them down being on the same base, even though we're in different locations, right? So you have this swarm coming in and we're shooting them in lots of different locations. It's, Marines back to back, you've seen this in movies, right? Where there's a swarm coming in and then Marines go back to back and they're just trying to shoot everything and not let anything through. That would be kind of fun. What do you
Actually, that sounds very cool. Maybe we
take
can
it, run with it. If you like the
and,
idea, I would play the hell out of that.
Have you guys seen the movie Starship Troopers? You remind
Yeah,
me of that
of course.
too.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be cool. Actually, we have the third faction there. It's called Swarm, and it's kind of a Zerg or kind of like a Zergish race. So maybe we can do your idea. What you just said.
I love it. I love it. I love the Zerg Rush idea. I love the fact that, Will, you brought up Starship Troopers. My mind went there too when I saw the assets for Cryptomeda. I just thought it would be like too esoteric, too like niche. You know what I mean? Like I was like, all right, if I mention it, like how many people are actually going to get the reference to that really old movie? But it was a great one. Yeah. So awesome.
Actually, it was one of my favorites from the childhood.
Yeah.
I really like it.
Awesome. Sounds good. Now, I don't blame you. I mean, the neat thing about it was like this cool Marines in space thing. And then the director, Paul Verhoeven, is known for making really weird stuff for anybody who's like a movie geek, right? Paul Verhoeven, Sam Raimi, all of those sorts of guys, right? Mm-hmm. They just make some really interesting stuff. And you guys have kind of captured some of that magic, which I really love. So
yeah, thank you very much.
All right.
I appreciate it.
Well, we wanted to spend maybe Will and I community talking just a couple of minutes about certain, all the market conditions and some of the things that have happened in institutional crypto. Martin, you're more than welcome to stay. I know you actually had a commitment, so I don't know if you have to, peel off a little bit. If you do, no worries. I know this went long, but we're like super excited about the game. So we couldn't help ourselves, right? So
yeah, actually I need to run, so I leave
no
you
worries.
here. So thank you for inviting me in this stream. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
See you next time on the next stream.
Thank you so much. Thanks, Martin. Cryptomeda.tech is the website. Go ahead and check it out. And the tech token is coming soon on upLink. Thanks so much, Martin.
Yeah, thank you very much. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Have a great day. All right, my friend. Well, we just saw yet another like action-packed AAA game. I love it. Yeah. I love the quality that's coming on upLink. I'm like,
people don't often realize that when it comes to design and the creative side of games, there's actually two subcategories of it that are actually very different. There's creative design and usually like concept art, things like that. And then there is systems design, which is that, okay, well, how is the leveling system going to work? Like, what are the character classes and how are they different? Like all these types of things, right? So a lot of people from crypto coming into the GameFi industry are coming more from a tokenomics and an economic background, and they come straight in through the systems design approach, and then they kind of grow into the creative design area. Right. So we're seeing that a lot with projects, and it's interesting to see different games and where their mix is. Are they more systems design? Are they more creative design? Things like this.
That really represents the big hurdle, right? Because we've always said, and this is maybe a tie-in to some of the things we'll talk about in the market, but we've always said, the projects that are worth watching, worth buying into, all those sorts of things, are worth buying into because they drive tremendous value, because they bring in just, sort of either an incredible experience or provide some value beyond just creative mathematics, right? So there are a lot of projects that are run on creative mathematics. We have, a percentage that goes to the community here, and the project takes this and so on. And it's just one big, churn in, churn out mathematical formula. And then you take a step back and you go, well, wait a minute, what is the value how is this making the world a better place, this project? In some cases, the answer is it's not. It's just kind of internally self-contained. And that's why I'm really honored to have folks like, the folks that have come on before and now Cryptomeda and Martin in the gang. I mean, really, really quality stuff, right? And all of them have have crossed that river from here's art and here's the gameplay mechanics and here's the token mechanics to here's how to balance the classes. For those of you who have played like World of Warcraft, for example, you have like different classes and you want to make sure that everything sort of balances out, right? Your warlock isn't too powerful, your rogue isn't too powerful, your hunter isn't too powerful. And it feels to me, to your point, like the guys at Cryptomeda have done that, right? They've really kind of created some real value in that experience.
Famous example of when you get the systems design wrong,
right,
which manifested in the 2D fighter era, in the kind of the mid 90s, early mid 90s, where you had Street Fighter, Streets of Rage, Final Fight, like all these games, right? It was always the female character was grotesquely overpowered compared to the men, because it was this weird thing where all these games are being created by men and they like just made this super powered, scantily clad female character. And then, later on, all of this stuff got balanced out, but it was a product of an era, right?
Right.
It's really interesting from a historical perspective in games.
I thought you were going in a different direction. I thought you were going to talk about games that are overpowered because some idiot plays Street Fighter and plays Dhalsim and just sits there and like presses the button to like, go with the hands and whatever. Anyway.
Yeah. Well,
reference to me earlier
right?
talking about how I spammed Dhalsim attacks.
There was this other kind of sub-thread that was happening at the time too, where people were trying to figure out, can I create an infinite combo with this character, right? Where you just like, the person, once they get trapped in your moves that you're doing, they can't get out and you would just kill them because you would have this cycle, right? And that
AKA
became
the World of Warcraft rogue problem.
And
yeah. That was always the case with rogues, right? In that game, you once you got the first hit in, you were done. It was just this infinite chain, and the other player just couldn't do a damn thing. So
yeah, and it had like theater to it, right? Because we were all playing these in the arcade at the time, right? So random kid would show up with a stack of quarters, place it on there, like, I'm your next opponent. And right, he would put in his quarters and he would do an infinite combo when you would see like the numbers, like, all the effects, visual and sound effects, and like everybody in their cards like, what's going on there?
Bring a roll of quarters. Let's dance.
That's totally how it went. That's totally how it went down. Yeah.
That's funny. So the show went really long today, and thank you, community, for staying with us, by the way. We really, really love the Cryptomeda game, and that's why we were super excited as we went along. Just in sort of these closing moments, Will, I'm going to pivot a little bit. I talked a little bit about Three Arrows Capital and sort of the downfall and all that sort of stuff. How they basically found sort of what they thought was a great arbitrage opportunity. And you and I have talked about this on this show, right?
3 arbitrages. We should rename them.
Oh my God. Yeah, 3 arbitrages. Well, it's funny. They made 3 bets that really sunk them, right? So that's a pretty apt name.
Yeah.
Right. So, but one of them was the whole like discount between GBTC, Grayscale BTC, and then like underlying Bitcoin collateralization. We've talked about that as well.
We've talked about that so many times. Discount the NAV on GBTC and what that means. And
but they've been big on it.
NAV is discounted from an underlying when people in the equity space are actually bearish. Right. So to say that you're going to arbitrage by using the discount to NAV is actually a fool's errand, because you have people selling it on the equity side, and that's then going to drive the spot price down, and it's going to be a cycle the other direction. So even if the spot comes up to meet so that the NAV is 0, the equities has dumped in the meantime to bring the whole thing down. Right. So you can't.
Something we've learned.
Yeah. You can't win that argument. Like, all you can do is wait for this to start trending the other direction. I mean, it's seeking price discovery for a market bottom. That's what's happening.
That's right.
And
so the big takeaway is that look for a market bottom or a market top in a really great market is going to take priority or precede any calculation of a discount based on underlying assets. So, all right, so that's a mouthful. Let me say this in more colloquial, more simple terms, right? Markets are irrational. They're going to look for trends over and above what asset collateralization should make a security of some sort, like GBTC, right? And that's why you have a discrepancy. There's a fear that the underlying assets may not be there. They may not be sufficient. There may be delays in payout or something like that. So the perception is that the securitized Bitcoins, which is what Grayscale is doing, actually adds risk instead of removes it. So that's interesting to me, right? Because then the question becomes, is securitization of digital assets even worth it if that's the case?
Well, it is worth it in the respect of regulations,
right,
and being able to insure the fund. Like Grayscale has to play by a very strict rule book defined by the SEC and various federal regulations, and that has value. That has real value.
Right. So in other words, there's a discount because certain players are kind of locked into that mode of Bitcoin ownership as opposed to just going out and buying Bitcoin because for whatever reason they just can't or do not want to.
Well, we've seen, we've talked about this before. Wall Street sees Bitcoin and crypto as a speculative sector of the market. That is something that they would kind of put it in the same category as penny stocks, things like that, where they pump massively when things are very bullish, but there's no real value there if, in regards to the calculations that they do for underlying value, right?
Right.
Like there are specific formulas when you evaluate equities to say, okay, what is the real underlying value of this company, right?
Right.
Are they generating revenue? What's their cash flow and their price of their earnings over their cash flow? All this type of stuff, right? You can't do any of that with crypto, right? Well,
right.
Yeah.
Well, not with Bitcoin.
99% of cryptos can't do anything about that.
Right.
So that's why they classify it that way. And because they classify it that way, people on the equity side will always sell GBTC when the market looks like it's near a top, right? And we saw that this was happening a year ago. Well, actually, almost a year ago. You saw the discount to NAV starting to come out at around the previous, around kind of the summer of last year, right?
Right.
And it just kept trending downward for the last year.
Well, the other thing is it's not just GBTC. I mean, we've talked a little bit about that here, but it's also, staked ETH and that token, right? And so where they got caught with their pants down a little bit is everybody started to sell, staked ETH, and it turns out that the liquidity pool just vaporized. And then everybody just kind of got, called, on their loans.
Classic bank run.
Classic bank run. And Voyager's calling, 3 arbitrages. That's going to stick. They're actually calling them now on something like $600 million in lending. So it's a sticky situation. We'll see, right?
Yeah,
so you have Celsius in that situation.
Once lawyers get involved and courts get involved in a situation like that, you're talking years.
Yep.
Years of time. You remember the what exchange was it from like 2013? That whole debacle.
Mt. Gox.
Yeah, Mt. Gox. Right, that didn't really get settled until like last year.
Good grief.
It took 7 years for that to settle through the courts and people to get their Bitcoin back. That's how slow the court system is. Totally.
What a disaster. It's like, well, let's hope it doesn't get to that here. Let's hope that Celsius can provide liquidity. But I mean, okay, so the learnings, and we posted this yesterday to, sort of our insider subscriber group. So we'll share that with the larger group in the coming days as well, guys. But community, basically, a couple of things to take away from this. Number one is you have to assume that guaranteed yields in crypto are nothing of the sort. Unless there's an FDIC or SIPC type insurance policy, and there isn't. There is no insurer of Celsius. There is no insurer of anybody else that you're staking on, right? So if you're staking farming on these platforms, understand that you are trusting the platform to have enough liquidity. There is no fail safe. There is no home insurance. There is no health insurance. There is no auto insurance. There is no nothing. And so the thing is, you have to then, which leads me to my second point is, if these staking, farming, DeFi yield or degen yield type operations, if they have a high APY, right, if they're paying out a lot to you, you have to ask yourself, how are they making money on the back end to support that? And you can only go so far as, just taking a pool of capital and just paying that out just to gain sort of market share, right? That works for a little while. It doesn't work for very long. So again, you have to be kind of skeptical. You have to ask the questions because it's your money, right? Speaking of your money, understand that a lot of these operations are interdependent. So if one of them catches a cold, so do the rest of them, right? Mm-hmm. So there's exposure along many lines. Like, BitMEX, for example, was exposed to Three Arrows Capital, right? Deribit was exposed as well, at least in a small way, as I understand it, and they issued a statement as a result. I've gotten numerous emails from a lot of these platforms basically letting us know we have no exposure to Three Arrows, no exposure to Celsius whatsoever, right? Or at least minimal, right? So understand that everybody to some extent is interconnected, and that's why we didn't go the route of staking and farming necessarily. We went the route of own your portfolio, own your crypto, right? With Flourishing AI and with upLink as well. We were kind of leaning towards the not your keys, not your crypto. You guys have heard this a million times already, right? And really sort of supporting self-ownership and self-custodianship. We are even more after, the events of the last 2 or 3 weeks, we are even more, lodged firmly into that camp that believes that you should have self-custody as well. And a couple of other odds and ends, learn to read charts, right? Particularly look for things like liquidity spikes and make sure to dollar cost average if you're getting into crypto, right? Right now is a pretty good time to buy. So you've got some bargains out there, but DCA your way in. That way, if you lose a little bit, you're not, don't go all in. Go in a little bit, ride the waves up, ride the waves down. That's generally a great investment principle. And I'm totally tongue-tied because it's near end of show and I completely need a drink of water or something. So anyway, but those are some of the things that we can learn from that. I think anything to add to that, Will? Final thoughts?
I would just caution people to always have a runway of cash. As attractive as some investments may be, and you've done analysis up, down, left, right, sideways, upside down, I'm like, I believe with 150% certainty it's going to go up if I buy it now. There's always a chance that you're wrong. So very important, have cash set aside for you that if things go completely wrong, you're still okay. Many of the horror stories I hear are people that they just went all in and had no money to themselves. And then when things crashed, right, no matter how rare the event was, they're done. Yeah. Right. And it's really sad times. Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy. I know you want to chest profits because you know that you think that you can make a whole bunch of money if you invest more money, but it's not worth the risk. It's not worth it.
Be prudent with your investments. In other words, right? Don't go all in. We have seen, whether it's Reddit or Telegram or the communities, we've seen countless stories of people who have put their life savings into Celsius. And now what? Right? Yeah. There's a pretty good chance, I don't want to be Mr. Doom and Gloom here, but there's a pretty good chance that, you'll get some payout, but not 100%. And can your portfolio withstand that? Those are some of the things that you need to look at, right? Realistically. So spread things around, right? And I don't just mean your crypto, I mean in general, right? So for those of you who made a lot of money in crypto, and good for you, right? Each bank account, at least in the United States, is insured up to 250,000, right? Spread your money around. Don't keep $1 million in one account. Not that you would anyway. It's idle money, but you understand my point. Spread it around. systemic risk is always less prevalent than individual party risk, right? And just understand that dynamic. This is like basic investing 101 type stuff, but it's easy. And I know you guys know this, right? But it's easy to forget that in light of, gosh, Terra's looking like a great investment opportunity, right? Well, we know how that ended up, right? Gosh,
It's
I've got
the
these
lure
great
of
AP
getting
buys.
rich quick, right?
That's
It's
right.
the oldest trick in the book. You're always going to be enticed to get rich quick.
Right.
Think, oh, I can't pass up this opportunity.
Right. Exactly. So beware of getting rich quick. Get rich slow. Trust me, it's in the long run, you'll actually get there as opposed to not getting there at all quickly. Right. So anyway, it's been a fun show and good chat at the end. I mean, we should do this more often, my friend, of course. Maybe we'll spend a little bit more time. Community, let us know. I mean, do you like this kind of market chat? Do you want to see more sort of uplink updates and flourishing AI updates and more metaverse updates and folks joining uplink? Let us know in the comments. Let us know in our community. And Will, as always, my friend, thank you so much for joining. It's always a treat to chat online, right? We do this sort of, you know, whether we're online or off, we have these conversations all the time, guys, right? So it's great to actually let you guys in on that. So thanks so much, Will.
Thank you.
All right, take care.
You too.